Hey guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Tech Mastery. Now, I know I haven't posted in a while, but today we have some specs of the Galaxy Z, the Galaxy Fold 2, and they looking pretty good. I gotta be honest. Well, first of all, the price is gonna be 1,780 to 1,980, which would make it cheaper than the Fold. But is it better? Because as you know, with the Fold, of course, we had some issues and everything. Like the tech reviewers who first got it, they had some issues when they unboxed it. They thought there was a screen protector, but it was actually the screen, like part of the screen, and they peeled it off. There was a whole thing, I hope the disaster doesn't happen again, and Samsung takes this into account with keeping secure measurements and everything. But on the Galaxy Fold itself, they did replace it for the tech reviewers, and they also they collected everyone's Galaxy Fold and then they replaced it. Now, apart from that, of course, there are other things. They're saying that they're going to be a Galaxy Z Fold E and a Fold Special Edition, which will be priced around 1,100 US dollars, and that is competition for the 12 Pro Max, iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is at $1,099. We'll see which one's better. Of course, Samsung iPhones. Uh, they've always been there. They're well. I mean, Apple is the biggest. The only and of course the biggest iOS company. But when it comes to Samsung, I mean, a lot of people have Samsung phones. They have Samsung themselves. They have fridges. They have smartphones. They have laptops. They have speakers. They have storage. They have a lot of stuff. Uh, so basically, yeah, the Galaxy Fold 2 is a phone that I want to see improved because I personally tested out the Galaxy Fold myself, and then when I saw it, I was like, this should be the future. This should be everything, the next step in the smartphone innovation. Because as you guys know, you're probably watching this on a rectangular phone, but just a normal rectangular phone, not a folding device. But if you come to think about it, it's pretty cool having a folding device which you can bring everywhere. And I know this is, well, going back in time because we used to have folding phones, but this is like a folding smartphone. So, in a way, it's kind of an upgrade. Now, of course, there are the things with aspect ratio, and I've been thinking about this myself. Some people, when they shoot videos, they shoot at different aspect ratio: 20 by 9, 21 by 9, 1 by 1, 1 by 1. 16 by 9 is what YouTube, you can post 16 by 9, so that's like your full screen. But the aspect ratio for these devices are different because this is a square. So I think it is a 4:3 aspect ratio. I'm not sure about that. But it's a square, so you get black bezels. You can't watch the full, not the full screen is going to be occupied when you're watching certain videos which are not at that aspect ratio. But when you're using it, it's the full display, which is amazing. It's fast. The fact that you can just fold it and open it, and there are a lot of cameras, and it's a folding device. That is the main thing. That is the innovative stuff. And I want to see more companies doing this. Now, of course, you might know this, but if you're a tech head like me, of course, you know the Huawei Meet X, the folding phone. That was pretty interesting. Now, that is, of course, from another company, but that is like one of the first devices, except for the Samsung phone, to be foldable. I want to see more companies doing this. All right, so let's talk more about the specs. They see for the design is going to have a stainless steel frame, and there's going to be a ceramic option. It might come with a brown color option. I mean, brown. Would you buy a brown phone? Let me know in the comments, but I wouldn't. Waterproofing design measurements suggested. What does that mean? Like, do you suggest it or did they suggest? Anyways, uh, I've been thinking about this, right? How can you make a folding phone waterproof? It has components. There are, I think it was the Huawei Mate X or one other folding phone. Oh yeah, also there was that Royal Flex Pi phone, which is pretty amazing for people who want that kind of a phone. Uh, I mean, it's a folding device. That's the only good thing about it. Otherwise, skip on that and buy any other phone. Save your money. Anyways, if it's waterproof, that means there are no spaces. The hinges, the display. That means like it's covered. I'm thinking that it might be there. Just might be a slight chance Samsung reads this, or is actually they actually want to make it waterproof, and it would be IP68. That would actually be good because you can bring it into the pool. Uh, I mean, like that's pretty awesome having a folding phone in the pool. Or supposing this costs about what $1,790. Wait, hold on. Cost about 1,780 to 1,980. So if you could actually have if it was actually IP68 and you accidentally drop it in the sink, it'll be fine. That's awesome. Now, of course, apart from that, let's see. Okay, now it is said to have a hole punch on a folding phone. I mean, I know it's not the Galaxy Z Flip, but like that'd be pretty good. Uh, they say it's gonna be reduced. The bezels are gonna be reduced by 3.8 millimeters. That's nice. So now the bezel-less smartphone where there and a bezel somewhere here. Is there a notch there? Is there a bezel here? Uh, anyways, so they're saying that it will come with an IP rating. I hope it's IP68 because it's just better. But they call it the Infinity V 7.7-inch AMOLED display with UTG expected. 7.7 inches. That's massive. That's insane. Imagine 7.7 inches. Now, you might be watching this video on a 6.5-inch device, or you might have a 6.5-inch phone, but like 7.7, that's insane. That really is insane. But they're saying that they're going to have a 4.23-inch AMOLED external display, which is pretty huge for an external display. I hope like it's not with the oh yeah, it will be with bezels, but they said they're gonna shrink it, but maybe that's on the inside. So it might look similar to the Galaxy Z Flip or the Fold, but it's completely different on the inside. It's similar on the outside, but completely different on the inside. Now they're saying it's okay. So they just wrote Snapdragon 865 plus 5G and then question mark. They should probably do this. I mean, like, come on, they have 5G devices already. Why don't they just make every smartphone from now on 5G? So companies like Nokia, Huawei, they can start, building the infrastructure to do all this to support 5G in many other different countries, which don't have it now. Your country might not have 5G, but wait, it's coming. I guarantee you. Now, they say that it might come with an 8-inch display. We just said 7. Okay, 7.7-inch, but they just said 7.7. Why are they saying 8? Anyways, uh, so they say, of course, I mean, everyone wants this 120 hertz refresh rate. So you have a phone which can fold in your pocket, which makes it smaller and very, very satisfied, very, very satisfying to open, guys. If you have not tried the Galaxy Fold, see any video on YouTube about regarding Galaxy Fold. All right, just see any of the videos. It's very satisfying. And if you're watching this on a Galaxy Fold, congratulations. But after quarantine, after COVID-19 is gone, I need you to check out any folding phone and just fold it. It's so satisfying. Believe me, I tested the Galaxy Fold. Now they're saying that it has a ultra thin glass to protect the display, which is flexible. but more resistant to damage than plastic, although it appears that it's still covered with a plastic layer on top. Interesting. Interesting. That's all I have to say. But wait. Coming back to the 120 Hz refresh rate. Samsung has made devices with the 120 Hz refresh rate, as you might not remember. Or if you're a tech head like me, you probably remember the S20 Ultra. What was the refresh rate of that phone, huh? 90? No, 120 Hz. Which was amazing. I personally, again, tested one of these devices. I tested the S20 Ultra, I tested the ROG Phone 2, which was amazing. 120 Hz display, front facing speaker, so you can play, so you can game properly. Of course, this is amazing. I mean, like, who wouldn't buy a 120 Hz phone when compared to a 60 Hz phone at the same price? Although, guys, I'm saying this is just for Android. Don't compare this to iPhones because, as you know, if you're a tech head like me, the touch response on iPhones are higher when compared to Android phones. It's about what, 240 hertz? So don't compare Android to Android, not Android to iPhones yet. Now, I mean that display, they could have just taken the Galaxy Fold 2, the Galaxy Fold original one, remove the bezels, put a bit the picture there, and put a hole punch. But if it actually came with a hole punch, where would that be? Would it be on the right? Would it be in the middle? Left? Because, if it's in the middle, when you take a picture, it's going to be good. You already use your camera in the middle. But it was off to the side or right next to the bezel, it wouldn't interrupt you much. Or if it was like on the left and you're playing a game like this, it would be covered by your hand. So it's like a full screen display. But on this picture, on this very picture, on this very website, it's on the right side, not really close to the bezel, like a little bit away, but it's not in the middle either. So if I were to recommend Samsung the placement of this hole punch, I recommend top left. Because if you think about it, if you're playing a game like this, which you probably would considering you have a massive 7.7-inch display, uh, you won't be distracted by any bezels, anything. But then again, there's a situation with the aspect ratio. But anyways, the bezel or the hole punch in this case is being blocked by the side of your hand. So you can play. Very nice. Let's see what Samsung does. Now they say they're gonna launch it on August 5th of August, but let's see. Okay, now it has a punch hole front camera, of course, as I mentioned. They're saying it's a similar camera loadout when compared to the S20 Plus. Hmm. Is that good? Why not the Ultra? Wait, so it's a 12 megapixel main camera, 64 megapixel 30x zoom camera, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera along with depth vision sensors. Why not take the camera from the Galaxy S20 Ultra and put it here? It's already what, $1,980. You might as well just go out, make it like one of the S20 Ultra series, like the series that it's maxed out, everything. If you're going to include a 7.7-inch display with 120 hertz, but the camera won't be that good, why won't people just buy the S20 Ultra? Then again, there's the factor that this is a device which folds. It's pretty confusing now, looking at the specs. Uh, some of you might choose the S20 Ultra, but isn't like a folding phone way cooler? I don't know. If Samsung could just use the camera layout or loadout, as I say, on the Galaxy Fold 2, wouldn't that make it like much better? I don't know. So, anyways, that's all I have to say. I hope that this phone launches successfully. No tech YouTubers complain. There's no articles online regarding the fails or anything like that. I hope that Samsung can deliver on its promises. I'm seeing that. I mean, this spec sheet, of course, it's rumors, but if you could get a 120 hertz, 7.7-inch display, that would be amazing. I'm not sure about the brown color. I mean, some people like it. Me personally, no. In fact, wait. That was the wait. On the Note 10 Plus, I think it was the Note 10 Plus. They had this crazy rainbow color. So basically, it's like different colors wherever you're holding the phone. But if you could have that on a folding device, which is 7.7-inch display, I mean, 7.7 inches, that would be amazing. But they're gonna have blue, silver, gold, pink for the ladies, and black. There might be a brown. I mean, yeah, black looks good. Silver, yeah. Gold, gold. If you're gonna spend 190, 100, $1,980, gold phones are. I mean, it's not real gold, but a golden phone. You can just go like, "Hello, look at my golden phone. It's golden. It's gonna be super shiny. I guarantee you that." But let's see what happens. Of course, I'm gonna watch this. I mean, who would not? I'm sorry if you're not a tech geek like me, but like, why would you want to skip this? Why would you want to skip the Galaxy Fold 2?